I'm hearing that you best believe even the devil gets tested. For this reading, it's about somebody was tested. Okay, this devil-like energy was tested by the Most High and failed the test. This is a person that was presented with an earth angel. Somebody pure, somebody genuine, somebody beautiful. And they rejected the blessing. That's what I'm hearing. And I feel like there's big regret. Somebody's big mad that they were fooled. Because they're not usually fooled. This is a person who has intuition. This is a person whose intuition is on point. They read the room. They read people. They have intuitive gifts. But when it came to you, you were hidden in plain sight. You were somebody that they couldn't read. So they assumed that you were like everybody else. They were fooled. They were tested. It was a test of the emergency broadcast system, but it was not just only a test. This was a blessing, baby. Let's call in spirit. Let's get this party started. Let's go. Spirit, guides, and angels of your whitest light, please give me a clear message for the collective, one that brings healing, hope, and understanding of their situation. Protect me as I open myself up to channel these messages and protect my beautiful collective. And beautiful, each and every one of you are. Thank you so much. If you're new, welcome. My name is Tanya. Thank you so much for giving this channel a chance, for this reading a chance, as well as my OGs, hearts and hugs. Thank you so much for returning. I so appreciate you, and you some more. All right, so let's go. Let's do some, I'm going to do my sound bowl. And this might create some, obviously it's going to create sound. If you're sensitive to sound, just lower the volume. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. Hell yeah, it makes a nice sound. Beauteous. All right, I'm going to get in here and my bag. So it's going to get loud up in here. Let's see what we got. I got dice and I have astrological signs. So Spirit, give me something, babes. We have the moon. Okay. The moon. Deception. The moon can be deceptive. The moon can be deceptive. The moon can be covering. The moon can be like hidden. You were hidden, man. What do we got here? 6 of Swords. No, I'm sorry. 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is here. Okay, one more, Spirit. Anything you got? Anything you got? We have, what is this? Cancer. 69 Cancers here. All right, so we have Cancer, we have the moon, and we have the 6 of Wands, baby. So I'm telling you right now, there was a big, like, this is why they're big mad, is because it's like they did not think that they were reading you wrong. They didn't think they were wrong. So there's motions too. So Cancer can be emotion. 69 or 96 could be significant years too. Take what resonates. But there's also that it's the 6 of Wands. And that is, wand energy is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So what we have here is triumph, success, victory. So there's a this person thought that they were going to be victorious in getting you. Oh my goodness. You could be Cancer or have it in your chart. And this was hidden, that they weren't going to win. This was hidden. They thought they were going to have victory and success because they always have. They've always been able to read the room. They've always been able to get what they want. But they were going up against an Empress. Ooh. This is a magician. This is a person who has gifts of perception. This is a person who has gifts of like drawing people in, making them do things. They have magic. Yes. They have magic. Love spells, or their sexual prowess is like legend. Yes, 10 of Cups. They thought that they were, this player, this devil, thought that they were going to win against you. Ultimate, every time they throw it down. Every time they throw it down, something's over there to pick it up. They might have a lot of casual encounters. They might have that, like, yeah, strong Leo. They could have charisma. They got it going on. But when it came to you, they were fooled. Even the devil gets tested. Yes, 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 yes. And they failed. Failed the test. This could be a King of Cups, a leader. Usually a person who has it, is like, has their emotions in check. Standing on their throne. Their cup of love, but very balanced. Yes, people come to them. Yeah, they don't chase. They don't chase. Cups of Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. It's like they don't have to. Okay? This is where the Cancer is coming in. Water. Right, right. Nine of Swords, though. This is disappointment. Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Anxieties. This is a person that never saw it coming, that you were going to be the one that takes the devil down. Oh, my Lord. Yes. Look at this. Four of Swords. They're reflecting now. Sleepless nights, though. I mean, this is a person that keeps people up at night thinking about them. Whoo, child. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, let's clear it. Yeah, oh, excuse me. Fabulous. Excuse me. Lover, lover. This is a person who other people, like, chase. They chase it. This is a person who thinks about, contemplates the next, I'll say victim. Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yes. They got a lot of options. Maybe even like people on their phone, blowing up their phone, finding their number, calling them up. They got a lot of like clingers. Ten of Cups is here, yeah. This is a person who can have what they want. Gets what they want. Ten of Cups, the ultimate satisfaction, but it's like they can't get no satisfaction when it comes to you, though. It's like, I feel like this is a person who thought that, left out in the cold, this is a person who thought that they were going to have something with you. Like, they never thought, this is a person who's hit it and quit it. They don't stick around long. But when they met you, they thought they were going to have this. This is you. For the first time, they thought they were going to have happiness. They thought they were going to have it all. They were going to, yeah, they were going to have it all with you, but they left out in the cold. Five of Pentacles, they were wrong. They were wrong about you. They were wrong about reading you. They could, for the first time, they actually wanted to have a family. Ooh, man, boy, 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 but there was a judgment. 10 is completion, and there's naked people here, so how the hell am I going to hide this? For the sensitive souls, there was a judgment. Yep, they were tooting their own horn. They thought that they had it all locked with you, and all of a sudden, the rug was slipped out from underneath this person. Yeah, overburdened now. Overburdened, like thinking about you. They couldn't believe it. You're strong. You could be Leo. You could have Leo in your chart. You're very strong. You were strong to be able to, what is it called? Control or contain your feelings for this person. It's not that you didn't feel it, but it's like done and dusted. 10 is completion. 8, working on something. Working on yourself. Maybe this was a trigger for you in this lifetime to be able to control yourself when faced with somebody that charismatic. Maybe you used to fall for people like that in the past. Maybe you used to be bamboozled by people in the past like this. And this was your journey to be able to shut that faucet off of feelings. Yeah, baby, yeah. This person wanted to collaborate with you. Maybe you even did collaborate with this person in a work environment or a school environment. Some environment where, you could work together. Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This person had a plan. Yeah, make a new plan, Stan. Don't need to be coy, Roy. It's like they knew what they had as far as their own charisma. They thought you were going to fall for the okie doke. You didn't. You didn't. It was like for the first time, somebody was faced with this sex appeal and didn't fall for it. Yes, didn't throw their panties at them. Didn't to get themselves, fall on their back with their legs open. It was like, this was shocking to this person. All right, and I have the extra deck from Intuitive Kev. You can find this, the extra deck, Intuitive Kev. You can find that on Etsy, featuring the extra deck, baby. And 2 different ones that I have, but one of them is the Modern Witch, but I don't think this is the Modern Witch. I feel like, yeah, this ain't the Modern Witch. I forgot what the name of it is. I got 2 different decks that I'm using, but this one right here I'm featuring is Intuitive Calves. And the Modern Witch I will be featuring as well. And the last one is Beloved. You can can find that on Etsy as well. I can't remember what this one is though. But anyways, let's get into it. Spirit, give me a message here. What happened with this? Oh man, everything wants to fall out at once. Come on, Spirit. Tell me what happened with this devil though. What was this? Law and order, legal matters. Could they be married to somebody? And they're playing this game? Didn't think that they could fall for somebody? Legal matters, law and order. What's this about, Spirit? They could be going through the court systems. Maybe somebody's divorcing them. Maybe they're leaving them because their life is falling apart, man. Aquarius is here. Air sign. Could be an air sign that's leaving this person. Their parents. Legal matters with their parents. What the heck is this about? Capricorn. Could be a Capricorn too. The devil could be a Capricorn. Aquarius. Devil energy is Capricorn. Something about legal matters with their parents. Authorities. Court systems. Third wheel. Yeah, cheating and everything else. They could be losing everything. Their parents are embarrassed. Parents could have tried to been giving them advice. The same thing could have happened with their parents, is what I'm hearing. They could have came from a family of divorce. And this is something that was repeated by their parents. Could be Aquarius, Capricorn. They were in a relationship and they're always having affairs, extramarital affairs. This could have happened in their parental, the life of their parents, is what I'm hearing. Where divorce was something that was a normal, that happens. That they might be going through that now. Yeah, chaos magic. This is a person who has a person in their life that could be performing chaos magic. They're with a person that is very similar to their parents' situation. Their situation is very similar. They have third parties. They have, open marriage, or even not so open, but cheating and all that good stuff that happened in their parental life. Legal matters. They could be going through the courts, getting a divorce from a person, same as their parents. It's some sort of repeat from the past. Chaos is happening in their life, but this person that they were with could be creating chaos. Yes. It's opening up a rejection wound in this person. Abandonment wound. Yeah, they have this because of their family life. They might have had a wound, attachment wound, or rejection. They might have felt rejected by their parents. They might have felt like they took the divorce or the relationship hard. Yeah, they felt like they were left behind by one of the parents. And they didn't want that in a connection, so that's why they don't get attached. But they got stuck, when they met you, it was like everything was triggered. They really wanted a family. That was the fear of theirs. They could even had a relationship, a marriage with somebody, but it was like superficial. Taurus is here. You could be a Taurus, or they could. Earth sign is heavy in this with Capricorn and Taurus. Yeah, they could have had a relationship with a Taurus. But knowledge is power. And I feel like you had to go through your own situations. It was like you were studying this person in a sense, and it was like a pattern that you saw maybe from somebody that you had to heal from. So you weren't going to go into this with this player. You could read the room too. The devil isn't the only one that can read people. You were reading the pattern. This was something that you weren't going to get involved with. You weren't going to be a third party to this person. Even if you didn't know they were married, you knew that this person was playing you, and hell no. Now they're spying on you, stalking you. Yes, you're gaining and increasing because you learned a lesson, and you're being blessed by the universe. There was some interference here as well. Could have been a person that was entertaining them, like a third party. They could have already had a third party already in a relationship, and they were going to add you to the mix. You got out of the way because this other person, this third party that they were with, if they were married or in a connection with somebody, right, they had extra people on the side. This person was using chaos magic to create a separation between the two of you because they could recognize, or it could be the person they're married to, recognized that they were in love with you even though they were settling for them, and they created chaos. That could have been it too. Yeah. But you're gaining from this. You have contentment and happiness. This person has sleepless nights and anxiety. Ooh, boy. Oh my word. Spirit, anything else here about this stalker that's stalking my collective? Yes, you're going to have good luck, abundance, and good fortune. Your hope, your optimism, and your choices have gotten you to this point. And this person who was a runner in the past is running towards you, this lover. They want to be your lover. If they weren't your lover, they want to be your lover. They want to come forward. Candle magic is also being performed as well to keep this person stuck with them. Yeah, this third party, this person's karmic they're with, is trying to keep them stuck. Could be a Virgo. Could be a Gemini. There's a lot of different. Taurus is here. Capricorn is here. Cancer is here. Take your pick. But I feel like this person, this devil, learned something from their family. Siblings is here too. Sibling rivalry. Maybe they were trying to compete with their brother or their sister to have that life. Virgo's here again. I'm going to put it down. Cancer is also here again. But I feel like this person wanted to have a family life. Maybe one of their family members, their brother or their sister, has a good family life. And they don't. But they didn't want it because they came from divorce. They didn't want to get settled with somebody that was going to leave, or they had that abandonment issue. So they settled for somebody that was easy so that they didn't worry if the person left them. But when they met you, it triggered all kinds of stuff to change. Source is here. Maybe they're looking at God like you do. This is divine timing. This is divine timing. Somebody's robbing this person. Somebody's a thief to this person. Could be the person they're with. Somebody's excessive, gluttonous, money, sex, whatever. They keep this person trapped. Trapped in fear of being left. This is what was, this person, this karmic they're with, knows that they have abandonment issues. But look at game over. They could have investments with this individual, children with this person. They're still going to leave. Because the person's fake and a pretender, and they know it. They know it. They know that this person isn't for their higher good. But they were. It was an easy person versus you. It was a choice between you and another person, and they chose the easy way. But it was a test. Yes, it was a test by the divine, and they failed it. But I think that the universe knew they would fail it. But it was a lesson. Now they're changing and transforming. They want to be true. Maybe they lived their whole life fake and phony because they didn't want to disappoint anybody. They didn't want to be, abandoned or made in fun of. Yes, but their siblings are calling them to the carpet for their mistakes. Like, what are you doing fucking up like this? I think one of their relatives is like giving it to them, both barrels. But it was an abandonment issue from their family members. That somebody got a divorce. One of their parents left a situation. Could have been a mother, and they felt abandoned by their parent. They had to stay with the other parent. And so it left them scarred. And so they didn't want a real connection, even if they got married. But they played games with third parties, broke hearts, added people to the mix. I think they had like this open relationship because they didn't want to lock themselves down in feelings for somebody. So they picked a superficial person that was robbing them, basically, and in excess of drugs or alcohol or partying or sex, whatever the case. They don't want that lifestyle anymore. Once they met you, they changed. The devil tested them. And even if the devil was tested, and even if they didn't change at that moment, oh yeah, they're changing. They're changing. Because you were hidden in plain sight. Yep. And they got a lot of emotions for your ass. Ooh, chuss. All they do is watch you. La TV. Yes, there's a rival here. Third parties trying to compete. But they don't compare. They know they picked wrong. But at the time, they weren't looking for somebody genuine. You are the genuine article. Okay? They were the karmic partner. Amen. They are. But they feel trapped. But they feel married to you, but trapped in a connection with somebody else. Yes, everything's complicated now when something was so easy before. But it was all because of their choices and trying not to break their heart. You know what I mean? Trying to keep their heart under lock and key. Now, all of a sudden, unfinished business. They're stalking you because they want to be with you. They want to be genuine. They want to be real. They know they can't come to you otherwise. You're their fantasy. They're fantasizing about you. Ooh, baby. But they pick security and easy. Now they want to apologize and confess. Yeah. They were brainwashed into believing because of the karmic partner they're with, but also because of the family that they were scarred from. They do down low things with this down low person that's in excess. Everything's in excess. Drugs in excess if they're doing drugs, alcohol, sex, even with open, like open situations. They're doing that with this person because they're not fully invested in this person. Even if they're married to this person, it's always like there's an exit plan. But with you, there was no exit plan, and this triggered change. The devil was tested. Oh, yeah, they were. And now they can't stop thinking about you, baby. All right, let's go into the Modern Witch Tarot. Oh, my goodness. You were everything that they never thought they wanted. And they didn't want to get involved. They stood like at arm's length with you. They tried not to get any deeper than that. But you penetrated the devil's, what is it, security system. Oh, man. The alarms went off and they couldn't even stop you. They didn't want to. Nope. The devil fell in love. Oh, my goodness. Your strength. You're so much stronger than you think you are, baby. And you could have Leo in your chart. Yep, not even going to lie. You came to them as this earth angel. And at first, they were just like, yeah, right. I can read this bitch a mile away. Man or woman. But no, they couldn't. You were really the genuine article. The sun illuminated that. The sun illuminated you, babes. Now they feel like a fool, man. And they want to take a leap of faith. Oh, my God. Spirit come through and work with you. Not in a third party. Nope. Not the power of three. They want to actually work with you. Work with you. King of Cups is back again. They want to show you love. Yeah, they're busted up. Yeah, they're not the person they used to be. They're half the person they used to be. Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. So are you, though. But it's like you can work together. But somebody's in the background trying to stop it. I believe it's the comic. Yes. There's a deception here. The moon is here. Yep. There's a deception. You were hidden in plain sight. But the love they have for you is hidden. Yeah, baby, yeah. They don't want anybody to know. Especially not this comic. Ooh, but there's already conflict. The comic knows. Oh, baby. Yeah. They're going to walk away from this situation. 5 of Swords. The comic feels like they won something. Maybe they won your person. 5-5 could be significant. 7 could be significant. This is conflict, competition. The comic thinks they won this person back. But it's all smoke and mirrors. The moon is here, right? It's all a deception because this person's going to leave. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, this person is going to work with you. This person wants to work with you. 3 of Pentacles, right? Yes, because they love you. They love you, baby. And they can't help how they feel. They can't help how they feel. But, yes, but they feel left out in the cold because you ain't playing. You ain't playing with this person. You are standing on business with this person. They got to change or get the hell out. 5-5-5 is significant. You could be seeing that. Oh my gosh. Yep. Because look, it's an illusion. Everything, like they have all these illusions and delusions. They can do whatever the hell they want. Yes, but 5 of Cups is here. They're walking away. 5-5-5. 5-5-5. 4 5s. Oh my God. Yep. There you go. They're going to walk away. They're going to walk away from this person because it's left them empty. 4 Wands. They want victory with you. They want success. They need to be balanced, though. They know that. They need to elevate. Maybe they're going to come to you, Knight of Cups, slowly with their cup of love, right? In a tentative way. Yes, but they're going to walk away, right? 6 of Swords. They're walking away from things that no longer serve them and becoming what they always were meant to be. Not only the King of Cups, balanced in love and emotion, but also successful. And you know what? That is going to create a 10 of Swords in the person that they're with. They're going to feel betrayed, backstabbed. The Tower is going to hit. Well, you know what? It's going to end. It's going to end because God is in charge. Large and in charge. And you know what? The devil thinks they're in charge. It's all an illusion. The one's in charge is God. The divine. Spirit. Whatever you want to call that person. Okay? This was non-traditional. Everything about this person was non-traditional until they met somebody like you. And balance. Balance was, what is it, restored to the land. And this person's going to change because of their love for you. I love it. This is where I'm going to end it. Thank you so much for joining me on Empress Aries 888. Please like and subscribe and join my tribe because I would love to have you as part of my soul family. To my soul family. Hugs and hugs. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. And until then, be safe out there, my friends. Be blessed.